So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting to make a video like this, but Type Soul, I just don't know what they're doing. Like, I've never been more surprised off of a game just selling their own bread than Type Soul, because this isn't even the first time. This is the third or fourth time that they've done this, and it's just like, how many times can you fail one game? But you guys can see they're below 10K right now. And the only reason why I'm making this is because I saw Yelitza's video. If you guys wanted to watch his video, you guys can watch his. But basically, you know, it's crazy when the game's own content creator manager is dropping a video called Type Soul is killing its own fan base. That's how you know the game is dying. When the content creator manager themselves has to flame the game, and like, that's crazy. But basically from Yelitza's video, what I understood was basically the game's still Type Soul, right? It's still unbalanced, there's still bugs, nobody's doing anything to fix anything. The game's not balanced, ranked is bud. Battle Royale, nobody plays. Apparently, it takes 30 minutes to find a match. The game's just bad, right? The very clear-cut way to say it, the game's just bad. Like, it's Type Soul. We kind of all knew that this was going to happen. But yeah, no update, and the game's been out for almost 2 weeks now. If we go back, I think my first video on re-release was 11 days ago? Yeah, well, it was 11 days ago. So 11 days ago. It's almost been 2 weeks. There's no update. There really hasn't been any sneaks, really no balance changes, really just nothing. I would say if we don't get dungeons on Friday, then the game's going to be below 5K players again, and they're just going to either close it or leave it open and try to fix it again. I don't know. Honestly, in my own opinion, what they should have done, instead of releasing all this garbage that nobody wanted, literally all that they had to do was keep Hakata the exact same, release Hellverse, and fix some bug changes and balance the game a little bit. And that could have taken like a week or two. And every single person would have liked that 9 times more than you dropping Battle Royale, Wishes, Hybrids, and a KT map that is the most buggy thing I think I've ever seen. I've literally seen people that have insane computers and they're still lagging on the new KT. Like, that shit is crazy in my opinion. There should be no reason why you're lagging on a map in Type Soul. And the map isn't even bad. It's actually a really good map. It's just not made correctly. Like, it's laggy as hell for no reason. I don't know. Like, it was so bad that there was a poll saying, do you guys want the map to be reverted back to the old one? Which is crazy. They basically just wasted their time. Like, in all honesty, they really did just waste their time on this update. Hybrids, Wishes, nobody cared. You could have, this is what they should have done, okay? Leave Hakata the exact same, because new Hakata is literally more broken than old Hakata. Just leave Hakata how it was. I know every single person wanted a revamp, but they got the revamp and it is more broken than the last Hakata. Like, that shit's brain dead. Okay? Leave Hakata the exact same, right? Release Hellverse and release Fullbringers. The game would be at 100K players right now. And keep the weekly updates, game's at 100K. But instead, what they did was release some of the most brain dead things the game has ever seen with Hakata reworked Wishes and Hybrids. Not balance them at all, and just put it in the game, and then bring out the old KT map that nobody had an issue with. Bring in a new one that made everyone lag on and nobody liked it, and release it with the worst Halloween event I've ever seen in any video game. And then expected the game to do good. Like, this update was honestly the worst decision they've probably ever made. No, 100% worst decision they've ever made. They were closed down for 3 weeks. They could have easily just balanced the game a little bit, released Hellverse, released Fullbringers, and the game would be at 100K players right now, and all that they would have to do for a weekly update was maybe add in one new boss to Hellverse and one new element to Fullbringers, maybe a new weapon to Fullbringers as well, and everyone would have been completely happy with it. But instead, what they did was release a bunch of shit nobody cared about. Battle Royale literally takes 30 minutes to get inside the queue right now. Ranked has so many bugs, you can't check your bond type progression anymore because they forgot to put the NPC in the game. Like, the game is just bad. The most simple way to put the game is simply just bad, right? It's not good. Which is, I mean, nobody's surprised. Nobody's surprised at all. But in terms of how bad you can sell an update, this has to be like top 3 of all time biggest sell I've ever seen. Because not only, like, it was cooked from the very beginning, because what they did was they dropped their re-release update quite literally at like 11 at night, after making everyone watch a battle royale event for 5 hours that nobody wanted to watch. And then they decided to drop the game at literally 11 at night. I think it was like 2 a.m. for Eastern, and like super early in the morning for Europe. It was just a terrible time. The game had 60k players, instantly dropped down to 30 because it was just bad. It was a terrible release. It's been terrible throughout past release, and we still don't have the first update 2 weeks after release. You guys can leave your own thoughts inside the comments. But this is genuinely crazy how fast they killed off their own game. Like, yeah, it's bad. I won't lie. It is actually terrible. Even Nano's not posting the game. And if Nano ain't posting the game, nobody's posting the fucking game. Like, everyone is just hopping games at this point. I know Type Duel's coming out. Tokyo Re is doing something. A lot of people have just been on Battlegrounds games, Deep Woken, things like that. Like, nobody is really playing Type Soul anymore. Other than devs. This guy's a dev, and the other guy that I showed earlier that was online was a dev. So, I mean, nobody's surprised, but it genuinely is crazy. The fact that the testers were glazing this update so much, the moderators, the dev team, the owners, everyone was like, oh yeah, Type Soul is gonna be so back. And then they released this utter garbage ass update. I don't know, dude. I don't know how you can sell your own game this hard. It genuinely is funny to me though, that they actually like sold. Like, this was crazy, I won't lie. Everyone was, hey, as far as I know, a lot of people were hyped for Type Soul to come back, and then the hype just instantly went away. Once when they saw the update log, no. That was not worth 3 weeks. Because you got some sub modes that are literally like, okay, they're hard as hell to get, and when you do get them, they're not even worth it. Like, they're not worth it at all. And then you got wishes, which are just pure RNG. Battle Royale, which is fun for like 4 matches. And then you got a new KT map that literally makes everyone lag. And then you got a Hakuda rework that is stronger than older Hakuda. Like, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. You guys can feel free to leave your own thoughts inside the comments. I think it's genuinely pretty funny. The game's just dead. We'll probably see an update maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we'll see what that update does for the game. I don't think it will really do anything unless if they add dungeons and Hellverse. Like, that's the only way that I could really see the update actually doing something. But who knows? We'll see. You guys can leave your own thoughts inside the comments. That's it for me. I'll see you guys inside the next one. Peace.